Okay, guys, these are solutions to your homework last night. All right, let's take a look at each one of these examples and see, and see how how this is going to work here. Okay, let's take a look at this first problem. All right, you're asked to find the perimeter of this figure, and the perimeter is the distance around the outside. So that would include this segment plus this segment plus this segment. Now we already know the lengths of these three segments. This length is 18, this length is 12, and this length is 18. So right now we know 18 plus 18 is 36, plus 10 is 46, plus 2 is 48. So right now the perimeter is going to be equal to 48 plus, well, we still need this distance here, right? The distance around the outside of that semicircle. Well, that is the distance of half of a circumference of a circle with a diameter of 12. So our perimeter is going to be equal to 48 plus the circumference divided by 2. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 48 plus, I got to find the circumference divided by 2. Well, circumference is pi times the diameter, and the diameter is 12, but then we divide it by 2. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 48 plus, well, when we take our calculator and we multiply 3.14 times 12 and then divide that by 2, we wind up with 18.84. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 48 plus 18.84. And when we add that together, we get a perimeter of 66.84, and those are inches. And that'd be answer number C. So problem number 1 should be C. All right, let's take a look at our next example, problem number 2. Problem number 2, in order to find the perimeter, I need this segment plus 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 this segment. Well, it looks like each of these segments are 58. So you have 58 plus 58 plus 58 plus 58 plus 58 plus 58. So that is 6 segments of 58 for the perimeter. But we still have to find the distance of this semicircle and the distance of this semicircle. Well, those two semicircles, when we put them together, make a full circle. So we need the circumference of that full circle. So circumference of that full circle. But we need to know the diameter. Let's do that in green. I need to know the diameter of that circle. Well, how do we find the diameter? Well, if this whole distance here is 232 feet, and this is 58, and this is 58, 58 plus 58 is 116. So if we take 232 and we take away 116, that's going to give us 116. So that means then that that diameter is 116 feet. So when we look for the perimeter is going to be equal to the 6 times the 58 plus pi times the diameter of 116. Well, I take my calculator and I multiply 6 times 58. That's going to be 348. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 348 plus, we have 3.14 times 116. That's going to be equal to 364.24. So my perimeter is going to be equal to the sum of those three numbers. So when we add the 348 plus the 364.24, we get 712.24. 712.24 feet. And that would be answer D. Right? That would be answer D for number 2. All right, let's look at problem number 3. Problem number 3 is much easier because we're not dealing with any circular parts. We're just dealing with segments. So we're looking for the perimeter So we know this is 6, this is 6, this is 8. I know this is 6, and this is 13. Well, I need this segment here, and if this is 8, then this has to be 8, so this is also 8 meters. We said this is 6 meters, and then we need this segment here. Well, this segment is going to be equal to the 13 plus the 6, so this segment here is going to be 19 meters. So the perimeter is simply just the total, right? So it's going to be 6 plus 6 plus 6, 6 plus 6 plus 6, plus the 13, plus the 8, plus the 19, plus another 8. When we add all of that together, we wind up with 6 plus 6 plus 6. That's going to be plus 13, plus 18, plus 19, plus 8, and we wind up with 76. It's not one of our answers, so let's see if I did something wrong here. We have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 13. I said plus 18. That's wrong, right? That should be 8, not 18. Oops. That should be 8 plus 19 plus 8. So let's do that again. So it should be 66 meters when we add all of that together. And that's going to be answer C for question number 3. Question number 4. Let's see what we're looking at here. All right, well, question number 4, it looks like we have all the segments that we need for the perimeter. So the perimeter is simply going to be 11 plus 6 plus 12 plus 22 plus 12 plus 6. So the perimeter is going to be equal to 11 plus 6 plus 12 plus 22 plus 12 plus 6. We have to add all of that together. So let's do that. We have 11 plus 6 plus 12 plus 22 plus 12 plus 6, and we wind up with 69 inches. Perimeter is going to be equal to 69 inches. All right, and 69 inches looks like that's going to be letter D. All right, and I think we have one more question here. Just a vocabulary question. A figure is made up of triangles, squares, rectangles, semicircles, and other two-dimensional figures. Well, that's what we call B, a composite figure. All right. So when you guys do these problems, you just want to, do your best, show your work. All right. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you guys a few problems to do, and just do your best with them, show your work, and we'll continue to work hard. Take care.